French civilian, shout halt. If he halts, run a security check. If he tries to escape, fire. Mortar shells fell occasionally, and sporadic small arms fires whistled overhead. I gotta tell you, we were scared. One day, Parnell Spradley, our company first sergeant, came towards me, crouching low, calling my name. Silverberg, Captain Zarofsky wants you at a farmhouse about 100 yards south of here. By the way, you do speak French, don't you? Sarge, I had 3 years of high school French, but that was 6 years ago. I don't know how much I remember. The company record says you speak French. We'll give you a chance to find out how good you are. Captain Zarofsky was waiting for us outside the door of the farmhouse. After returning my salute, he explained why I had been summoned. A rifleman from Company C shot and killed an old French farmer when he didn't halt. He's lying on the bed inside, and his wife is carrying on like a maniac. Go in there and tell her in French that her husband should not have tried to run away, that we did not want to kill him. My mind was torn between horror at the insensitivity of my captain and the need to organize my feeble French. We entered the house. Madame, I started. Tous les jours, les Allemands tirent à nous. All day the Germans have been firing at us. I then proceeded, agonizingly pulling French word after French word from my memory, to point out to her what our orders were. That the rifleman had ordered her husband to halt, which is the same word in French and English, but that he had run instead, and that was why the soldier had fired at him. My efforts at French were rewarded with new torrents of tears and wails. Captain Zarofsky screamed at me, "God damn it, Silverberg, what the hell did you say to her? You made it worse!" At this moment, a French priest appeared, whose English was a little better than my French. I told him what had happened. After calming the poor widow, he turned to me. "The farmer is deaf and probably did not hear your soldier's command, nor did he fully realize that the soldier was an American. The Germans have already killed 2 of their sons, and they have been praying for the day when the Americans would come and force the Germans out." Captain Zarofsky ordered me back to my position. A few months after this farmhouse incident, our mission was to capture a vital hill to the northeast of the town of Hürtgen, Germany. My squad, 1st Battalion Intelligence, consisted of 6 privates, first class, and Staff Sergeant Al Swerdlow. 19-year-old Johnny Krabas from East Hampton, Massachusetts, was the youngest in our squad. I stood in awe of Johnny's grasp of anything scientific and his ability to get to the core of any problem. And he listened patiently as I sang him songs from Broadway musicals. We were friends, and we were frequently partnered on tasks. At 0700 hours, on November 27th, Johnny was assigned to an observation post. At 0900 hours, long after I had completed my assignment, Al sent me to relieve Johnny. Roughly 2 hours later, I was surprised to see Al crawling carefully up to my post. "Don't you know it's dangerous up here, Al? You could get hurt." Al didn't smile. "I got some tough news for you. Johnny's dead." "You bastard. You sent him back up to the front? He was supposed to be in the rear, resting." Al looked me squarely in the eye. "You got it wrong, Harold. Johnny was in the rear. An artillery shell fell in a direct hit His head was blown off. Johnny was hardly the first war casualty I knew. But he was my friend. And a dear, young innocent. Hal, what kind of a stinking world is this? What kind of a God can there be who would allow such a thing to happen? Hal didn't try to answer, but suggested I speak with the chaplain when the battle was over. I sought out the chaplain, Chaplain Charles Wadsworth, a Protestant minister. I'm not of your faith, but I need help. He told me the time and place of an interfaith service in memory of all those killed during the recent battles. I attended the service and Chaplain Wadsworth spoke. I wish that I could give you easy answers to your questions. However, the answers will have to come from within each of you. I believe in a supreme being who is the master designer of it all. Yes, he is a loving God. But many of us here on earth have fouled up God's wishes. It will be up to those who remain to make things right again. Did I agree? Was there a loving God? I didn't know then. I'm still not certain all these years later. I have thought of Johnny often. I have wondered what he might have accomplished. What truths he might have uncovered. I have wondered too if the time will ever come when there will be war no more. And I have wondered why I survived and why Johnny didn't.